Mark Pope absolutely owns the Tennessee Volunteers, and it's another sweep for the Kentucky Wildcats in 2 years over the Vols.
The Big Blue Breakdown, from kickoff to tip-off.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Big Blue Breakdown, where we cover Kentucky football and basketball. I'm Jackson Thurman. I appreciate you guys listening to episode 126 here. And if you guys enjoy the show, help us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts by liking and subbing. And go check us out on social media at BigBlue_Beatdown on TikTok, X, and Instagram. So in today's show, we're going to be recapping a humongous win for the Cats over the Tennessee Volunteers. And then we're going to be breaking down the absolute clutch play from Colin Chandler and Otega Owe. And then we're going to have to give credit to Pope for turning this daggone thing around. But before we jump into today's episode, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, W Energy. If you're looking for clean energy with no sugar and no crash, W is the way to go. It helps me stay locked in for game days and late nights and all of these breakdowns. If you want to try it out, make sure to use my code BigBlue10 at checkout for 10% off. That is Big Blue 10. So the Cats get a just phenomenal win here. Phenomenal win, 74-71 against the Volunteers. And the Cats do it again over the Volunteers. Another comeback victory for Kentucky as they were down 14 at halftime in this one. And they rally from behind to get a big-time win in this one. Get a quad one win, and now they are second place in the SEC standings. Second place. Would you have ever thought, if I told you when Kentucky was 9-6 after their loss to Missouri, 0-2 in SEC play, would you have ever thought this team would win 8 of their next 9 and be 17-7, which they do improve to here, 8-3 in conference play, and be second in the SEC race? That is completely insane to me. Great job. Great job from the Cats tonight as they come back from 14. So, to give you some stats here, the Cats go for 50% in this game, 28-56. And the stat that we thought coming in tonight that always seemed to propel Kentucky to a win against the Volunteers was three-point shooting. And it always was 11 or more, and they always shot 50%. So I was thinking, okay, get to double digits and make that percentage be around that. Kentucky did not shoot the ball well tonight from three. 5 of 19. 26% from three-point land, but those threes were clutch when hit. I believe Colin Chandler had 3 of them. We're going to get to him and Owe here in just a little bit. Free throws, man. Free throws absolutely killed Kentucky last night. Absolutely killed Kentucky last night. Mainly because this game, we would be looking at this a lot differently. The Cats shot 59% from the charity strike, 13 of 22. 13 of 22. But the main thing that I am just so locked onto here is what we have come from. You look at where we were. And what I mean is, after that Gonzaga loss, us being booed off the floor, the Alabama loss, the Vandy loss, I mean, I think that might be an outlier for these last couple of games. Like, to be completely honest, I think that might be an outlier. But the point being is Mark Pope and the Cats have completely turned this around. And there's something in the air with these denim jerseys on, man. There's something in the air with these denim jerseys on. 17-7 are the Cats now, 8-3 in conference play. Florida takes down A&M, so Kentucky is now second place in SEC play. Man, this team is exciting. Let's get to some of the key contributors for last night's win over the Volunteers. Malachi Moreno played some clutch minutes at the end of the game there with a clutch jump hook over Okpara to really just, it was a possession where we were down 4. There was like a couple minutes to go. Okay, let's just go get a bucket here, and then we got to get a stop, and then we can really try to win this thing. Get it inside to him, baby hook over. Amazing shot, amazing touch on that. 10 points from him last night, 3 assists, 5 rebounds on 27 minutes of play. He was amazing. He was amazing. He had some plays where he simply got the ball inside and just went to work. And that is something that has to be added to this Kentucky offense on the half court end of the floor, because that just adds a different dynamic to this team. When you can get into somebody like Malachi, like Andre Yelovich, and okay, hey, go get us a bucket right here, go get a quick turnaround, a quick spin, get to the foul line. That adds something to Kentucky's offense in the half court. And that's something that we really haven't had. So I really, really like Kentucky force-feeding him at times to go do that. Otega away. Man, I want to make a quick point here as I talk about Otega. Guys, Otega Owe should be the SEC Player of the Year. Should be the SEC Player of the Year. I'm telling you that right now. 37 minutes played last night, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 21 points. If he was just a little bit better of a free throw shooter, he would have had probably 27, 28. But he has been the most consistent SEC player this season. The preseason SEC Player of the Year is playing like the SEC Player of the Year now. I believe he has had 20 or more in the last six games, I believe. He is just simply dominating. And it was from the get-go in this game. It was from the get-go. He got it. He made an M1 in like the second possession of the game. He started out the game with the layup. He is just unstoppable getting to the rim right now. And his clutch play, his clutch pass at the end of the game to swing it out to Colin Chandler, to hit a dagger 3 for the Cats to take a 2-point lead over the Volunteers was amazing. He got the mismatch that he wanted on a big, took him to the basket, defense collapsed. He wasn't able to do anything around the rim. Amazing pass out, very tough pass, but gets it to Colin Chandler with a dagger of a 3. Guys, Otega always the SEC Player of the Year. It is that simple. I know you can have other guys like LeBaron Violon. You can say Thomas Houck from Florida, but to me, Otega Owe is the SEC Player of the Year. That's going to be clipped. That's going to be clipped for that to be sent out. I'm telling you that right now. That's going to be clipped. Okay, let's move on to Colin Chandler here, and obviously his clutch 3, as we've hit on a couple of times now. But man, the play of Colin Chandler has just went up so much over the last couple of games. It's been a stretch of games where he's been clutch. He's just been so clutch. You go back to the LSU game. A football amazing pass to Malachi Marino. And then you got the Tennessee game where he gets the humongous steal in that one. Lead pass to Otega for us to take the lead. Amazing steal. He was guarding Nate Ament and was able to get the steal. Then the shot against Arkansas. The turnaround, beautiful fadeaway. His only mid-range make of the year makes that. And then, so this is, I mean, and then you even go to the Ole Miss game. I mean, this dude is just absolutely clutch right now. And he's playing well throughout the game. But then at the end of the game, when you need somebody to step up and when the team is solely focused on an offense possession on Otega Owe, he steps up humongously. And he made a defensive play against Tennessee, but it's been the offensive play. Honestly, it's been the offensive play. He made a dagger 3 against Ole Miss. He made a dagger 3 last night against Tennessee for the Cats to take a lead. This guy is just absolutely balling. He's absolutely balling. I want to hit on basically all these players here that played last night. Man, Colin Chandler, his play has stepped up. He's really been the guy he may be the key contributor that has taken Kentucky to this next level in these last 8 of 9 games. Truly. Denzel Aberdeen, 16 points last night. I thought he hit a dagger 3 as well. 3 assists, 2 rebounds. He played 30 minutes last night. Really, really nice. Another really, really nice game from Denzel. Man, is he handling that point guard position so well right now for the Cats. He really is. He has really stepped up and become a focal point of the offense to slow everything down, for us to be getting in the right place. For him to be a true point guard and be thrown in that position, he's been playing absolutely amazing. 16 points from him last night. He got a loose ball, hit a big time three. He also hit a couple other threes last night. This dude is absolutely balling again right now. And it's an amazing backcourt tandem when you can have Denzel, Ortega, and Colin out there all at the same time. It's sometimes it looks unstoppable. It looks unstoppable. Brennan Garrison, he only had 18 minutes last night. He had 7 rebounds, though, and 1 assist, 4 points. I thought his play was good. He didn't give you a lot of points, but he gave you 7 rebounds. He had a big M1. I love the way he's actually playing. I thought he played really well last night. I thought he brought some juice when Malachi was tired and had to go out. He brought some juice, and the tandem right now between those two is very, very solid. You're probably going to get a little bit more production out of Moreno, but there's not going to be this huge drop-off, and there's going to be some effectiveness from Garrison. Mohamed Diabate, man, you want to talk about a clutch play. So Kentucky fouled, and I believe it was Australia that hit both of the free throws, and then we had to get it in. Colin got it, got fouled, right? Misses the 1-and-1, the front end of the 1-and-1. Mo Diabate comes across the lane to get a clutch offensive rebound, has the IQ to swing it out to Denzel to not only kill time, but to get it to almost a 80, 82, 83% free throw shooter in Denzel Aberdeen. Clutch play, and he's been playing like that. He's just been that glue guy that defensively and rebound wise has been keeping this team together. 15 minutes, from him last night. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a very nice dunk with 4 points. Another guy that stepped up and played some humongous minutes and had made some humongous shots. He only played 11 minutes, 2 assists and 4 points from Jasper Johnson. The production when Denzel went out and he was able to step up in a huge role and fill the shoes and contribute. Love the minutes last night from Jasper. This team didn't need to make a ton of threes last night. This team continues to fight, and when you think they're down and out, they fight back. One thing I want to mention here before we get into credit to Pope. Tennessee couldn't have played better in that first half. Tennessee could not have played better in the first half. Nate Amint, I believe, went for a season-high 29. Jacoby Gillespie played well. They could not have played better. They hit 8 threes in the first half. Quickly, I want to talk about Kentucky's defensive play in this one, specifically, obviously, in that second half, where Kentucky won the second half 41-24. 41-24. And Tennessee went 6 of 30 from the floor in the second half and didn't hit a 3. The second half adjustments right now are amazing. Tennessee just came out and played, and they were absolutely amazing that first half. They couldn't miss. They were hitting everything. Jacoby Gillespie and Nate Amint combined for 8 threes in that one. Man, what an absolute showing from them in the first half. And then the halftime adjustments, the 1-2, the fight from this Kentucky team was tremendous, guys. It really was, and I'm so proud of this team. 17-7. 17-7. Okay, before we continue on today's episode of the Big Blue Breakdown, I want to shout out Bluegrass Elite, your go-to brand for Kentucky apparel. If you want high-quality gear that really represents Big Blue Nation, whether it's for game day, campus, or everyday wear, Bluegrass Elite has you covered. Make sure to check them out and use my code BBB15 for 15% off at checkout. That's BBB15 for 15% off at checkout. So, last couple things here to wrap up the show. I want to tell you about Mark Torvik here. As after last night's win, the computer model is projecting Kentucky to go 20-11 and 11-7 in SEC play. And that means Kentucky would only win 2 of their next, what would that be? 2 of their next 3, 4, 5. 2 of their next 7 games? Yeah, 2 of their next 7 games. So they project us to go 2-5 in the next 7. I'm so confident in this team right now, and this sets up for Kentucky to be playing for the number 1 spot in SEC play. Number 1 spot in SEC play against Florida this Saturday, Valentine's Day, in a huge matchup at 3 o'clock Kentucky will get to face the Gators. And if they win, they will be in first place. That's what Pope has done. Credit to Pope. The denim jerseys, what has Pope been saying? It's not the denim, it's what's in them. The 96 team was brought out last night, and all his buddies were there. They were all in the post-game press conference. And there's a video that's going out right now, but the reaction of him running over to his teammates after that big-time win and celebrating with them, it was completely awesome. Man, what an absolute night for Pope. And what has he done? He has completely shifted the entire mojo of this team and of this fan base right now. 9-6 start to the year, 0-2 in SEC play. You rattle off 5 in a row. You lose, I think, an outlier to Vandy. I do. Then you win 3. Now you're on a 3-game win streak. You're 8 of 9 in your last, and you're 8 of 9 in your last 9 games. Now you have 7 more games for the rest of the year, and you're projected to go 2-5. I wouldn't project them to beat Florida. But man, do I just have a ton of confidence in this team right now to win ball games. I think they'll beat Georgia. I do think they'll beat Auburn. I do think they'll beat South Carolina. I do think that they can beat Vandy at home. I do think that they can go on the road to beat A&M. I think they can beat Florida at home. I do. I'm not going to project any of that, but man, I have just complete confidence in this team right now. I don't know if the bracketology has been updated. I can see about that actually really quickly for you guys. I don't know if this was updated last night or not. I can see of that pretty quickly. Updated 2/6/26. So this is probably, no, this is not updated. Don't believe so, because Kentucky's in the tournament right now. Completely in the tournament, and they've given themselves a shot to not only be first place in SEC play, but to win the SEC tournament. That's what they've done. That's what Pope has done. Man, he has taken this team, from the getting booed off the floor in Gonzaga, quitting against Michigan State, losing to your rival at Louisville. This team is just, they were down and out, and look what he's done. He's kept the locker room together. It's just been an amazing thing for Coach Pope. Guys, that's going to wrap up today's show. I really appreciate you guys tuning into this one, episode 126 here. Make sure to help us out. We're trying to get to 500 subs. We're at 220 right now. Make sure to sub. It really would mean a lot. Catch you guys in the next one. I don't know if we might have a midweek episode just talking. Maybe we'll come up with something to talk about, or there's a storyline or something to talk about, but we'll talk about possibly something. And then there's obviously the preview episode before a big time matchup for Kentucky at Florida. But I will catch you guys very, very soon. And man, just what a win last night for Kentucky in the denim. Everything was right. 96 team was brought out. The passion from Pope in this team right now is amazing. And Kentucky's completely turned the season around. The Cats are back. Appreciate you guys listening to this one. And as always, go Cats.